morning, everyone. I'm here in my patch here, and I just wanted to show you what's going on a little bit in this patch. I've got a gopher coming through, and the reason I could tell that this morning is you can see the plant is starting to wilt. It's kind of being pulled into the tunnel. This is what the other ones look like. So when I go through and look at my patch in the morning, I really watch for any kind of wilting signs, because that's a big sign that a gopher's in there. It could be also a sign that your tuber's rotting. So when that happens, I just tug on my plant like this, and if it's really easy to pull out like these are, I know a gopher's been in here, and then I just dig in and I found the hole. So I know there's a gopher. There's no tuber. If there was rot, you probably have a tuber there or a tuber that's rotting. But when it's eaten like this, it's a gopher for me. So this is one of my second year seedlings. It's a variety I don't want to lose. I do have one other or two other, maybe one other, I think only tuber of that one, because it's only a second year. So I'm going to try to take cuttings off of this because I just don't want to lose it. And so what I'm going to do is look carefully here and try to take the youngest shoot I can. So let me show you this here. This one is pretty young. It doesn't have a bud forming yet. So I'm going to just take this and cut it like this. I'm cutting it about 1/4 inch below the leaf axils here, and just cut it. I sometimes cut it at an angle because it's easier to put into the root riot. I may strip these off and do 2. I probably will. When I get inside, I'll show you. So I'm just collecting these now so that I have some backups in case this one gets taken. I don't lose this variety altogether because I literally only have 2 here. So I might take something like this. When I get inside, I'll show you. I'll strip these leaves. So the other thing that I'll do right away is set some gopher traps. So you can see here a gopher trap's been set, and over here, and actually even down there, because I found a tunnel that's sort of running through this bed. So I might leave this open just to get some air. Gophers don't like the air running into their tunnels. But now I'm going to go inside and take these in and show you the next step. Next, I'll bring these little cuttings inside, and I'm going to put them into this tray with the root ripe cubes here. And so first I'm going to do is start with a little bit of Clonex out. I like putting it out on a plate or a piece of paper, so I'm not dipping right into my whole container here and contaminating my whole container. So I just next will take, I'm trying to decide what to do, because you don't want your stem to be too thick when you're making cuttings. So I think I'm actually going to cut this down a little bit smaller. I'm going to cut it down to here, and I'm going to take these leaves off like this. I sometimes like to strip these little starts here off. Going to dip it into the root, into the Clonex like that, and then put it right into the root ripe cube like that. So that one's all set. So I'll just show you one more time. So this one, I think this one I'm going to try with a little bit thicker, just because if I pull these ones off, this is going to be really small, and I don't know if it will go. So I'm going to cut this down a little bit more so you can see the hole in there. I'm going to cut this down a little bit closer so there's not very much of a hole there. It seems like it roots up better when there's not. And so I'm going to take that off, again, dip it in the Clonex, and then right into the root ripe cube. And I kind of jiggle it and get it down as far as I can. Now, if you have some big leaves like this left over, what I do is I break them in half. It's better to break them than to cut them, and then they kind of break along the cell lines. You could also, remove these leaves. The reason I do that is it's a lot for the plant to keep hydrated when it doesn't have a root system. And so then next I'll make sure I put my tags in, so keeping track of what this variety is. And then I will spritz it down and then put a dome over the whole thing under lights in a warm place, and hopefully within 10 days these will root up. So that's kind of it.